thank you very much, Kempo, for a talk that I think was extremely suited to this environment in Cambridge, where the issues he was talking about of depression are very widespread, depression and other mental health issues, and where the interest in engaging with mindfulness and other aspects of Buddhist practice is also growing. So it's very helpful, I think, to all of us to hear a talk which suggests concrete ways in which that can be done. So has anybody got questions for Kempo?
谢谢。弟子万分荣幸，深深感恩大智文殊舍利菩萨的慈悲精彩开示。南无阿弥陀佛，扎西德了。弟子想请教恭请尊贵的大恩上师索达基堪布上师。弟子感觉，弟子一天天在长大，但是自己的父母亲在一天天老去，在衰老。那么作为一个在家居士，如何去好好的尽孝和修行？念一些什么经文和咒语，才能让现世父母得到幸福安乐，减轻病痛？他们去世的时候，让他们能保佑他们往生的佛国净土这些好的地方。因为弟子感觉，对父母的爱，将来就可以转化为对众生的大愛。谢谢感恩大智文殊菩萨开示。南无阿弥陀佛。
네, 그런 것도 다 밤마다 된다 소리 거기 나가서 뽑아서 참아가 되는 말는 뭐 돈지 미래가 많이 똥야만 돈지 다 많이 뭐 보는 거 장나 티니 가요 말에.
Chanting Om Mani Padme Hum is a very good method.
Your Holiness, I don't know the proper way of calling you like he did, so. I was once exposed to some of the teachings from Zen Buddhism called Heart to Heart, which apparently also part of the Tibetan Buddhism, and with the master, with the teacher. And I mean, I've never felt that, and I just wonder how can someone have that kind of experiences with no reservation or doubt? Or taking one step back, actually, does everyone, if we practice, need a master, need a teacher? Because Buddha didn't seem to have a teacher when he was practicing. And the other question I have is, I spent a few days in Dharamshala in India last year, and in Tibet has this image of a pure third pole, but when I was there, and not to be offensive, there were trash pretty much everywhere. I mean, it could be from the tourist, but it didn't seem to just go away, or it didn't seem to have the same kind of image as one had in Tibet. Do you think it's about the doctrine, the Buddhism, that might need some reform or update, or does that have to do with any of the religions? Thank you.
다트와 당보 베나 그 상제 존던데 라마 메빠 말에 라마 요파양 송원래 제가 처음은 그 라마 때니다 샹집고 셈곰르베양 송원래 그 쇼치가 완도 제나 베나 상제 따위 홍보르 논보징이나 그 라마 마텐나양 저래다 옛나야 대 당선강내 급나 된자위 그 강사스가 하장 공부인 바래.
While it's theoretically possible to obtain Buddhahood without relying on a teacher, in our current age, the kind of people who are in fact able to do this are very few, are very rare indeed.
드네 저와니바데나 드네 야거그 삽숑가리 샹숑나양 다리 근데 까니 요참 뭐요래 nga 야거란 좀용래 드네 로숑나양 뭐요래 더 위숑나양 다리 까니 요참 뭐요래 다때 마엠바가 nga인데 인지다 파란스 너소토네 키론디야 다 사창가리 덕배 야본우 옛날 사장 가리나 대지 가니다나 더가 다니즈 되네 베르나 너쇼거 jar금 던지는 통거 사차이나 양가레나 베 교본도 다팅이 되나 탁지도 출금지라 요지 말해서 암거 지르잖아 가수 상점 출된 상점 출된 전도 견도 지 주방은 운이 있네 더 상점 출된 구지들이다 옛날 그런 거 원도 잠보는 거 뭐 정말람들 연주되면 또지 출권함들이 요반 말해
Campbell has also travelled to India. It's certainly the case that in some areas the public hygiene is not so excellent. However, this isn't, whilst in general the situation in European countries seems to be somewhat better, it's also the case that there are places where there is rubbish lying around and all of that kind of thing. So to say that this is clearly, to say this is solely or exclusively or largely related to religion is probably not a very accurate way of viewing things.
Hi, thank you so much for your talk. Apropos your mention of depression and Buddhism, when I was 17, I went very far into depression. I spent 6 months in a psychiatric ward, self-harm, suicide attempt, the whole 9 yards. And afterwards, I obviously realized that the way in which I was thinking about things and the way in which I had constructed my method of reasoning was quite simply not working for fairly obvious reasons. And so I set out over a period of years to repair that and to improve myself to the point where I was fully functioning, and that is something that I've kept going. And this led me to meditation about a year ago, which has had incredible effect. It has really added a huge benefit to my life. And I was wondering, have you had the experience of depression leading to, as a motivating force towards Buddhism and meditation, or even as an accelerating motivating factor? Thank you.
Was that a question in relation to Campbell's personal experience or what he has observed in people he has had encounters with?
Personal experience, if it's relevant, though I don't imagine so, encounters with others, or even a theoretical interest.
Okay.
네, 당아 데르타비 나빠서 거는 자고 더니 가방 나마 동cer거 나네 연롱 와도 나 더니 지 샘금거 만강 나가양 손어 타나다리 지 뇽바가 다리 만강 나간 좀 용켄 다 디모 가레 베낭이 고시니 더니 흑사르게와 베다리가 작친도 요래 다 고소이나 더가 다 샘금거 나뜨근 zon에 있더니 그런 흑사쌈네 타모 알아서 그랑수 접상래 다 마야 망보 동래 캬버드 아메리카네 고만 견던 동 로르가 잠들에 근데 지마다레 다링이 지긴디 흥강도 더니 멈추르 찍던디 다 때마다 나때 폭맘용 왔다바다레 샘금 짱상 송도 근데 그런 중이나 지금 나마가 생긴데 야라 지금 조상에나 막도 되면은 지금 님종다나 대비전다나 즉 타라라 돈던 일하고 출그 옥주 침보 토약 삼제 메크다 옛날 그런 거 지금 샘대 되는 종때 당원의 장에 그거 다 멍음하고 총을 그런 게 인도세가 요래 다 권디 흥강도 그 권도 없는 세가 요래 다 되던 잡아가 야뭐 잠바래 조용 다 범매들에 범매래 조용나 다대 동처럼 그 나건 나이다 지마 상동 고메다나 되는 가수 추적하는 그 추장에다는 작성을 했다 또 수인 다 나나비 내급난 코리 등을도 운이 전에 그 냐숨 냐송 단이 좀 땡코라니 임종제다 지금 몰라 할 이제 레라보 자원드세 다 된다 냠냠 빼면 보여요 알아 된다 샷고니나 니마 몸보라 샤나 다른 추적직 너서 그런 샤죠 레콘 말했는데 되니나 다가 다 빼면 보여요
Yes, Campbell has certainly witnessed many people, not so many people that 1 hour would not be enough to, describe them all, but many people who have, as a result of suffering depression, through encountering Buddhism, encountered great relief, having healed their symptoms completely, some people, one person that Campbell knows well is quite a famous media personality in China. Now, their benefits were not necessarily in terms of a really heightened desire to achieve liberation through the Dharma, but certainly very positive life transformation. On the other hand, he's also encountered many people who, through having overcome the worst of their depression anyway, have found benefit in terms of their Dharma practice, in terms of, the ability to arouse renunciation. Other aspects of religious practice have certainly gained great benefit and stimulation. He said that there are just so many, he's had so much experience with this.
Campbell, thank you very much for a presentation which I believe covered many topics that were of great interest. But I would like to stop at the last point which was mentioned here, depression. One, by listening to or reading Western reports or medical reports of the rise of depression and mental illness, not only in this country, which you mentioned, but all over the West, the United States and the westernized world, one would believe that it is somehow a flaw of the individual biology or something genetic that is arising in human beings. I think that would be an incorrect conclusion, and that is the passive view that one can discern in the medical and psychological establishments that only treat the individual as an individual. But the rise does not mean that we are changing genetically in any way. I think what is happening is the dissolution of traditional bonds, tribal bonds, if you wish, within the family, friendships, extended families, and so the individual becomes more and more individualized, or as you said, more isolated and inflates the sense of self. I wonder what your view is on that, and whether we are actually facing a social epidemic more than something which is an individual flaw. Thank you.
nabshogda khar shogna yang tangsang tongser ke natte jemsum zar ka hajang mongbo yoko semkhong rig ba ge chilewa tsuina te zar ko te jin de mang ge chilewa tsuina korang su zar ko re tan nge te na zu de sem ge natte la sem ge man de kar chiare sang chirezena ngachu lipo ge natte la ina ji 종합 지역의 그 만바 정거 와네 레다는 심 릉거 심됨 더 밥게베 또 우리는 직된 그 감서 그런 도 초초바의 나라는 딱그 돈나 돈당메 그 사메다는 릉거 랑사 릉거 랑 상고 다 텔라다리 심기나 텔라 심기만 우리나 생각 놓야다는 상동 고야다는 대전도는 지금 잠판 접겨 세마라 로보이 잠판 접기나 당연히 지금 나 전부도 말해. 엄마 나 추바즈 근원이 있나? 추좀 컨스 근원이 있나? 나 전부도 말해. 지금 싸움로 뭐 통사스다 되면 말해. 인디 실나 뭐 건지다나 때때나 녜때나 소도 다리 셀 슝아 레네네 때나다 세마 때니다나 앞자르교도 소레 막도 되면 지금 다 겸상다나 진속거 식진가 요요래다나 다티 스자와 듣고 말해 소다리 머랑랑 수수양 생긴고가 다 쇼는고가 나츠레 야 출그 관두시나 제트로 잔즈 건제다나 다 대랑에 출그 제트로 금중공대 멋쉿
Campbell says that yes, it's clear that there are social and environmental factors that contribute to depression. But if we're going to be talking about a cure for it, he really feels that because it is an affliction of the mind, that the best cure for this is also a cure of the mind or a cure for the mind. And for that reason, he would prescribe the methods that he has described tonight, including meditation, the different contemplative meditations and mindfulness meditations, etc.